Hi everyone, I'm coming to you from my home to your home, and because this pandemic has created some unique opportunities for us to share the gospel with our friends and family, what I'd like to do is share my top 10 evangelism tips during COVID-19. Number one is pray. I want to make a list of your friends and your neighbours who don't know Jesus and pray daily for them. Go for prayer walks in your neighbourhood and pray. Pray for the people that you love. Pray for open doors. Tip number two is to get in touch with your non-Christian friends. Get in contact and ask them how they're doing. See if they want to go for a walk. Ask how you might pray for them during this uncertain time and actually listen. This is a perfect time to connect with our friends and our family that we haven't seen for a while. Number three is to reach out to your neighbours. Contact your neighbours. Ask them if you can get anything from the shops for them. Drop in some toilet paper. Leave a note in their letterbox. Love your neighbour during this time. Tip number four is to ask people questions. What questions do is they open up conversations. Ask questions like, how has this made you think more about God? Have you ever read the Bible? Have you ever wondered what God is doing at a time like this? Ask meaningful questions that will cause people to think. Tip number five is put your testimony online. Just share for a couple of minutes how you came to know Jesus, how you came to know what the gospel is, and what convinced you that it was true. Keep it to 2 minutes, and after this video, we'll see an example of someone doing that, a student from Moore College, so keep watching. Number six is be spiritually transparent. In your conversations, be open about your own relationship with God. Say to people things like, during this time, I'm seeing God at work doing this. Or say things like, I read this in the Bible this morning. Or I have personally found comfort or deep peace in knowing this. And share what it is that's brought you peace. Be intentional about speaking about God during this time, and just then stand back and see what kind of reaction you get. Tip number 7 is invite people to online church. Each week we'll be sharing during our message the hope that Christians have. So share our website, share wentyAnglican.org.au with people, and invite people to watch live with you via Zoom or Facebook. Invite people to come to church with you. It's never been easier. Tip number 8 is invite people to Christianity Explored. Do you realize now we can take Christianity Explored to anyone's home, no matter where they live? Now's the perfect time to invite a handful of your friends to explore the Christian faith. Why not do that and make sure that you offer to go with them? You don't have to leave your own home. Tip number 9 is offer to read the Bible with a friend. If someone has questions to them, you might like to say to them 9 simple words. Would you like to read the Bible with me? There you go. You can do it 9 words, and then spend 20 minutes at a time. Pick one of the Gospels, Mark or John is my suggestion, and take 20 minutes and just read with them online and see at the end or throughout what questions pop up. And tip number 10, pray. It needs to be said again that we need to rely upon our Almighty God to change people's hearts. So there you go. There's 10 evangelism tips of how to share the gospel during the COVID-19 crisis.
Why do you get to go to heaven? It's a striking question. I became a Christian when I was around 10 or 11. My parents are faithful Christians who raised me and my siblings to hear and know about the God who loved them and made them. And at that point in time, someone asked me a very striking question. Why do you get to go to heaven? 10-year-old me is stumped. Is it because my parents are Christians? No, that doesn't sound right. I have to be a Christian for myself. I don't get to have a relationship with God based on being a good person or knowing the right answers. It's on the basis of Jesus, who died on the cross as a substitute for my own sin, my own heart, my own rebellion. He trades his God-loving heart for mine that doesn't want anything to do with him. He adopts us into his family as a gift. It's kindly and it's costly. And I am so thankful. I'm thankful for my parents teaching me about Jesus. I am thankful that I have a hope and a future that is way beyond anything in this world. I'm thankful that I didn't earn any of it, because otherwise I could act like I deserve it, and I really don't. So how about you? We all like to think that we get to go to heaven after this life. Something better, surely. Jesus says that he's the only way to God. So why do you get to go to heaven?